Joel, we're back. We're talking an interesting topic here. When was the last time you spoke to a purchasing agent?
The bean counter?
The bean counter. Fill me in here, because I got to think when an owner walks in, store owner, business owner, manager, or call back later.
Well, you would think that there would be equal respect between businesses.
Well, it's a lovely thought, but I've made those calls too. There's not.
Yeah, I'm a president in my cleaning company, but I have to talk to an admin or a facilities manager or an office manager. And
So how did you jump the gate to purchasing agent?
that is a great question. I love your questions. How did that happen? Well, geez, we've talked about networking and how important that is. While also holding a contract with somebody, because sometimes our contacts move from job to job.
Mm-hmm.
How I ended up speaking to the purchasing agent at this other location was this former facility manager I dealt with on a very large client that we do have moved to another location. He's now a CEO in another firm.
Okay.
They want to make a change in cleaning. Because of the size of the contract, they have to get 3 competitive quotes. They asked the CEO, who do you know? Because they knew he came from a facilities background. He gave them one name, mine. So this purchasing agent asked the CEO, well, we need 3 because of the size of the contract. And the CEO said, this is the only person I want to use because I made a mistake years ago. We had to cut costs, and we decided to cut costs where we shouldn't have cut costs.
This is the CEO talking.
Correct. And we replaced the company that Joel owned. And we had nothing but headaches after that. He gave us the right price for the right level of service that we needed. Were there problems? Every once in a while. But now we had 30, 40, 50 problems a day after we replaced them because the other company came in, cleaned the building 7 hours per day as opposed to the 21 hours a day that Joel's company was providing level of service for 7 days a week. So the purchasing agent was trying to find companies that they could qualify, but they called me and wanted to know what made me different than everybody else. So purchasing agents usually look at a bottom line and they don't care what anything says.
Well, there's a reason we call them bean counters.
Correct. Usually it goes to low price when you're talking contract janitorial works, going out to bid. It's just like I tell people all the time, when you go to get gasoline, gas stations on all 4 corners, and when you pulled up to the corner, you looked at all 4 and you went to the one that had the lowest price.
Right.
There was no differentiation factor. So this purchasing agent wanted to know what made me different. Why is the CEO so emphatic about this person and their company getting the work? All right, yeah, reputation. I've talked about that before. That's important. I've talked about networking and how important it is to build and mine relationships with your clients even after they become clients. You don't be an absent owner. Now this person goes, obviously this purchasing agent realizes that there's some value here. Well, where's the value? They interviewed me over the phone for well over an hour. My background, my education, my certifications, why do I use the products that I use? Why do I use the technology that I use? Why do I
Seriously, they went that deep.
They went that deep to find out what made us different. They were so impressed. They said it's still somewhat comes down to price, but we also see that with the way that you guys are structured with your training and the higher quality equipment, materials, the supplies that you use, that there's a value to that. And I told them, absolutely. You buy a car, it's transportation. For those of us that can remember a Yugo, it was a 2-year car. It was marketed to college students.
Right.
And in the Northeast, with the salt that we had,
2 years is all you were gonna get.
2 years was all you were going to get out of it. It was like bargain basement, cheap price. It was a gas pedal and a brake.
Yep.
Or you can buy something like an Aston Martin or a Tesla in today's day, much higher, considered sleek, much prouder to be driving than a Yugo. But what are you willing to pay for it?
So by continually being who you say you are, you got the CEO's attention. They went to bat for you. Actually, they kind of demanded. And that's what got you there. Yes?
Correct. It is. It's not just being lip service. And a lot of companies I know perform lip service or they got great marketing, but you have to live up to that marketing. You have to live up to that lip service because your reputation is everything. And if you can't provide or perform, you're going to be in trouble.
For our listener, there's a previous podcast, I'm going to put the link in the description below, about finding your differentiator. Whether your differentiator is low cost, fastest response time, best looking crew, or cleaning for health the way it is for docs. And if you really want to learn how to use that well, contact Joel. Joel, thank you.
Thank you, and you're welcome.